Hi and welcome. Today's class, we're going to go through some seated, some kneeling, and some prone poses on our belly. So make the time and the place for you comfortable, warm, and free of distraction. It's a Hatha class, so each pose is slow and held for about a minute, and then we move on to either the other side or onto another pose. This is my cat Bubbles, and she's often a part of the classes. I'm Peter. This is my dog Billy. He's normally on the other side. So find a comfortable place to be. If you have a blanket, some blocks, and a bolster, then have them with you. If you don't have these specific props, that's okay. You can grab a couch cushion, something firm. You can grab a couple of thick books that are hardcover without a slippery cover on them, and any sort of blanket that you've got that you can fold up enough to be supportive. So we're going to start in easy seated pose. So you bring yourself onto your bottom, bring your legs out in front. Now, if sitting cross-legged is hard for you, this is where you grab your supports. So I'm going to take a blanket and fold it over again and slide it underneath my sit bones, and then just cross one leg and the other leg at the shins, letting the feet be in line with your knees. So you have sort of a triangle shape in between the knees and the shins. Just place your hands, left hand under right, thumbs to touch, in your lap. Let the chin drop down a little and just close off your eyes. Feel the spine long, strong, and straight, reaching up out of your waist, opening through your chest, and feeling the weight into the sit bones. And then bring your awareness into your breath. Feel the natural in-breath and the natural out-breath. Notice the warm, friendly darkness behind your eyelids. Just following your breath, allowing your face to soften, your shoulders to soften. Notice the floor beneath you, the sky above you, and the walls around you, being in your space. And just silently repeating to yourself, I am relaxed. I am relaxed. I am relaxed. Feeling the body soften. And lightly blinking open your eyes. Releasing the mudra, bringing the hands down beside you. And when you breathe in, lifting up the arms, palms to touch. Reach up out of your waist. And as you breathe out, drop the right hand down to the floor and reach the body over to the right. Chin into the armpit. Press back into the left hip. Press out into the right palm. Breathing into the left ribs. On the in-breath, up you come. Bring the right arm, palms to touch. Breathing out, left hand down, rocking over to the left. Press back through the right sit bone and out through the left palm. Breathing into the right ribs, chin towards the armpit. On an in-breath, up you come, palms to touch. Lengthen up out of the waist, shoulders in front of the ears. Make sure your head and neck can move freely. And then as you breathe out, drop and turn around to the right. Left hand on the right knee, right hand in close behind your body. Turning through the chest, turning through the head. Follow the breath. And then release the head, the shoulders, the arms and hands. On the in-breath, up you come, palms to touch. Slide up out of your waist, shoulders forward of the ears, head and neck can move freely. As you breathe out, come down and around to the left. Right hand on the left knee, left hand in close behind you. Turning from the waist up and the head follows. Follow the breath. Release the head, shoulders, arms, and hands. On the in-breath, arms lift, palms to touch, up out of the waist. Head and neck can move freely, dropping the chin down. Interlace the fingers, turn them inside out, and then fold forward at the hips. So you're pressing your belly button forward and down as you fold as far as you can. Press out into the palms, chin into the throat, and follow the breath. Lifting the chest towards the ears. Stay folded, release the fingers, take the hands around behind you, interlace the fingers, shoulders roll up to the ears and then down the back, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Keep the hands on the body or raise the arms off the body. Adjusting your shoulders as you go, chin into the throat. And then on the in-breath, up you come. Keep the arms where they are. Lift up into the chest. Gaze down the nose. Or if you're comfortable in the neck, you can bring your throat forward, chin up. And then lower the chin down if it's up. Release the hands. Give the shoulders a roll. Big and round with the shoulders. On the out breath, you lower. On the in breath, you lift. Then pause and go back the other way. Feeling into your shoulders, being as present with yourself as you can. The mind, the breath, the body, all coming together so that you can just leave your to-do list behind. So now just raise the arms up. The breath naturally draws into the body when you lift your arms up. Lower the left hand to shoulder height, palm facing the floor. Drop the right hand to the outside edge of the head. And then drop the chin and draw the head to the right, letting the right ear move towards the shoulder. Adjusting the chin so there's no discomfort. Following the breath. If this is too strong, you keep the head where it is. Release the right hand back into your lap. Lower the left hand to the floor. Fingertips touching the floor. Follow the breath. And if you want to go a little bit deeper, you just step the fingers away from the body, just as far as you can go, deepening that length through the left side of the neck and the shoulder. Drop the chin down. Just play with the movement of the neck a little. Follow the breath. And release. Both hands lift, palms to touch. Drop the right hand down, palm facing the floor. Drop the left hand over to the right side of the head. Drop the chin down and draw the head to the left. Adjusting the neck as you go. Follow the breath. If this is too strong, keep the head down. Release the left hand into your lap. Lower the right hand down to the floor, resting on the fingertips. Dropping the head to the left a little bit more, and maybe stepping the fingertips away from the body. Follow the breath. Relaxing the belly. And then releasing the head up, bringing the hands back to the lap. And we're going to move into child's pose. So release the crossed legs, come up onto your knees. Now, if sitting and folding forward into child's pose is too strong for you, you can take the blanket, pop it onto the backs of your lower legs, move it in close to the backs of the knees, lower the bottom back down, and then step the hands onto the floor and make your way down to the floor, folding the belly across the thighs. And there's a few ways you can support yourself here. You can have your elbows resting on the mat, the chin in the hands, the palms covering the eyes. You can step the fists to the floor, one on top of the other, support the head on the fists, or you can take the forehead all the way to the floor. Take the hands down beside you for a passive child's pose, letting the shoulders drop. If you want more intensity, you take the arms out in front, sliding the shoulders up towards the ears, spreading the fingers, reaching into the fingertips, active through your arms, pressing the armpits to the floor. Follow the breath into the back of the body. And then just bringing the hands back under the shoulders. Press the head up. Lift the body up. And then lift the bottom if you've been supporting it with a blanket. Move the blanket away. And come onto your hands and your knees. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Spread the fingers as wide apart as you can. Press out through the limbs. So through the palms, through the ankles, through the tops of the feet. Flatten the back. Pubic bone moves to the belly button. Shoulder blades press apart. Chin into the throat. The back of the neck presses towards the ceiling. Follow your breath. A stable table. Feel the stability, the strength, the steadiness. And then we're going to move through cat and cow pose. So you just drop the belly to the floor, letting the spine drop into the belly. Sit bones lift. Press the chest away from the floor, chin into the throat. Or if you feel comfortable through the neck, throat forward, chin up. Keep pressing out through the palms, through the tops of the feet. And then as you breathe out, you drop the head, lift the spine, as if your belly button and your nose were going to meet, reaching the spine high. And then move in time with your breath. So an in-breath drops the belly, chest lifts, sit bones lift, lengthen the neck, press out through the limbs. A breath out, head drops, spine lifts, nose to the belly button. Press the thighs back. Press out through the limbs. A breath in. Back you go. Belly to the floor. Sit bones, shoulders lift. Chest lifts. Lengthen the neck. On the out breath, down you go. Lengthen the spine. Press out through the limbs. Nose to belly button. And move through a few rounds in time with your breath. warming up the spine, toning the spine, keeping the flexibility there. And then just drop back into child's pose. Finding your place, whether it's intense with the arms outstretched in front of the head, forward on the mat, or your hands are beside you, or your head is supported on the fists, cupping the eyes, or chin into the palms. And knowing what support you need under the hips. Finding your place. Maybe trying more than one and just seeing what fits for you. Follow your breath. And then just slide the hands under the shoulders. Press the body up and coming into Vajrasana, thunderbolt pose. So again, if sitting on your heels is too hard, place a blanket or a bolster or a cushion under your bottom, across the backs of your lower legs, and rest there. Or you can have a block or a book. If Vajrasana is too hard altogether, just come back into an easy seated pose like we did at the very beginning of the class. Lengthen the spine, gaze down your nose, and follow your breath. So we're going to go through cat-cow pose again, but in the seated position this time. So whether you're in easy cross-legged or in thunderbolt pose, we're going to move the spine again in that way. Hands just slide down the thighs and you lift the spine up into the chest, let the pelvis tilt forward, opening through your front body. Chin down, gaze at the top edge of your mat, or if you're comfortable and confident in the throat and the neck, bring the throat forward, chin up. Pressing out forward through the throat so that your head doesn't drop back and compress the spine. And then roll the head down, curve the spine, let the hands slide forward to the knees. Tuck the nose into the belly button. And then release and come forward, tilt the pelvis forward, open the front body, lift the chest, lift the chin if you're comfortable, otherwise gazing down at the mat. And then roll down, nose to belly button, lengthen the spine. And once more, up you come, lifting up. And releasing. Coming back into child's pose. Fold the body down. Find your level of intensity, active or passive, in the pose. Following the breath. Maybe you move between both. Actively holding for a few moments and then passively holding. And then actively holding and then passively holding. And then slide the hands under the shoulders. Press the body back up. And releasing any supports. Coming back onto your hands and your knees. Back into tabletop. Spreading the fingers, spreading the toes, press through the feet, ankles, palms, knuckles, fingers, pubic bone to belly button, shoulder blades spread apart, chin into the throat. Follow the breath. And then just draw that left knee to the chest, rock over the hands, drop the knee between the hands, and step the left foot across the body, getting the left heel in line with the right groin, and then slide the right leg back, lowering the groin to the heel. Come up onto your fingertips. So you step the hands forward a little, roll the shoulders forward and down, and then press the back knee and the front knee into the floor and draw them towards each other. Roll the pubic bone to the belly button, tuck the ribs back a little, lift up through the chest, chin into the throat. Follow the breath. Leveling out through the pelvis. Soften the belly. And then if you can, lowering onto the palms. And then press through the back knee, lift the front foot and leg back, step the hands back in a little, and then tuck the right knee up to the chest, rock forward, drop the knee between the hands, and slide the right foot across the body. Lower the left leg back, bringing the left groin to the heel. Come up onto your fingertips and just step the hands forward a little bit. Roll the shoulders in. Press the front knee, the back knee into the floor and draw them towards each other. Pubic bone to belly button. Lengthen the spine, chin into the throat. Follow the breath. The jaw is soft, your teeth are apart, your face is soft. And then lower onto your palms. And then release, press into the back knee, step the right leg back, and come back into child's pose. Finding your place again, knowing where that is now, or trying another part of child's pose. Finding the level of intensity that you want. Follow the breath. Feel the breath into the back of the body. And just lift the head a little. If your hands have been down beside you, slide them out in front. Step the hands around to the left and take the forehead either back to the floor or back to where and how you were supporting it. Keeping that right hip down towards the right heel. Lengthening through the right side of the body. And then release, walking your way around to the right side. Finding your way of supporting the head. And then releasing the head and walking back to the center, coming back up onto your hands and your knees. We're going to thread the needle with our arms. Raise up the left arm, lower it down as you breathe out, thread it through the right arm, bend the right elbow, let the left arm hover. On the in-breath, back you come. On the out-breath, lower. On the in-breath, lift. On the out breath, lower the arm, lower the hips to the heels. Slide your right arm out in front. Take the forehead either to the floor or let the head rest on the side. Follow your breath. Then as you breathe in, raise the head, slide the left arm back into tabletop and moving through the right side. Raise the arm up on the in-breath. On the out-breath, lower, hover. Breath in, breath out, lower. Breath in, lift. Breath out, lower the arm all the way to the floor. Lower the sit bones to the heels. Slide the left arm out in front. The head's on the side or on the forehead. Follow the breath. Then when you next breathe in, lift the head, slide the right arm out, and bring yourself onto your belly. So just slide your legs back. Tucking the elbows in, press all of your toes into the mat. Lift the kneecaps, firm the thighs, roll the pubic bone forward and up. Breathe into the belly as you lift the head, the shoulders, the chest, press into the palms. Lifting the up out of your waist, chin into the throat. Press out through your palms. Follow the breath into Cobra or Bhujangasana. And lower. Let the breath leave the body, forward to the floor. Completely relax. And again, press all the toes in. Lift the kneecaps, firm the thighs, pubic bone to belly button. Breath into the belly, pressing through the palms. Lift the head, shoulders, chest. Tuck the elbows in, chin into the throat. Gazing at the top edge of your mat. Follow your breath. And release all the way down. Let the breath come out of the body. Completely relax. Press the toes. Lift the kneecaps, firm the thighs. Lengthen the spine. Breath into the belly. Head, shoulders, chest lift. Elbows tucking close. Follow the breath. And this time just straighten the arms, lift the hips, tuck the toes, lift the hips up into down dog. Stay on the balls of your feet, lower the chest towards the floor, press out through the palms, and then pedal the heels to the floor, one at a time. And then gently lower the knees to the mat. We're going to swing ourselves around onto our back. Slide the spine down, Draw the knees to the chest, give them a hug, and lengthen the lower back onto the floor. Follow the breath, gently pulling the knees towards you as you press them back into the arms. Feel the length through the back. Feel the back expand into the mat. And then release the hold. Interlace the fingers, wrap them around your left shin. Let the right leg lengthen onto the mat. Draw that left knee close. And as you pull it forward, press the leg back into the hands. Tuck the elbows in. Feel the spine lengthen into the floor. Follow the breath. And then draw that right knee up. Change the hands to the right shin. Lengthen the left leg onto the floor. Flatten out the foot. Draw the right knee close. And as you draw it close, press the leg back into the hands. And then draw up the left knee. Hug them both, drawing them in, lengthening the lower back onto the floor. Gently rock from side to side. Then release the hold, plant the feet onto the mat, and we're going to get ready for a brief relaxation. So you may find yourself lying completely flat with no supports, just as you are. Or you may want to grab a bolster and put it under your knees, grab a blanket, an eye pillow, make yourself comfortable. I'll be seated as I talk you through it. But if you need to close curtains, turn off lights, making the room nice and conducive to a quiet, restful place, you can do that now. Otherwise, simply relax onto the floor. It's as simple as that. So find the body on the mat, feeling the whole back body in contact with the floor. Close off the eyes and let the awareness of sound move around you. Just notice the sounds of your room, even the sounds beyond your room. Scanning the sounds and then gently drawing back to the sound of your breath. The subtle sound of your breath. And then drop a little deeper into the sound of your heartbeat. And if you can't hear it, imagine it. Move your awareness towards your heart. Notice the warm, friendly darkness behind your eyelids now. That vast ocean of space, horizonless, endless. Feel into this space. And then briefly move the awareness around the body. Be aware of your head. Sense the head. See the head. Be aware of your neck. Sense it. See it. Be aware of your shoulders. Sense the shoulders. See them. Be aware of your arms, left and right, right and left. Sense and see them. Be aware of your whole torso. Sense it. See it. Be aware of both your legs. Right leg, left leg, left leg, right leg. Sense and see them. Be aware of your whole body resting on the floor. Whole body together. Whole body together. And then gently become aware of the subtle breath, effortlessly moving in and out of the body. And you're gently going to count the breath backwards from 10 to 0. An in-breath and an out-breath is one breath. Counting the breath back from 10 to 0. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. 10. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. 9. And so on. If you make a mistake, you just go back to 10 and start again. Enjoying the awareness of the breath, staying focused with the breath. And then allowing the count to fall away. Once again, you become aware of sounds around you. You become aware of the earth beneath you, the sky above you, the floor on which you're lying, the form of your body. Reach your awareness into your fingers and your toes, giving them a wiggle. And then gently reaching your arms up and over behind you. Reach through either side of the body and rolling on to one side. Bringing yourself up to a seated position. To complete, we finish with 3 Oms. The first Om is for you, the second Om is for another, And the third Om is for the entire world, which is much needed right now. So I'll Om softly because of my microphone, but you can Om as loud as you need to. So just breathing in. Om. 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 Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. We hope you've enjoyed your practice, no matter what time of the day you're doing it. And you've got this for a whole week to practice every day if you need to and if you can. And thank you very much to This Girl Can for getting us all active and enjoying ourselves more every day. So from Bubbles and Billy and me, we'll see you next time. Thanks.